Hi, kids. Welcome to the Late Night Picture Show. It's me, Murph. I'm not fully dressed yet. Computer stuff. Just so you know, that takes 3 days to wear off. That's the lengths I go to for you folks. Dedication. It's even starting to turn my glove red. Tonight's picture is the last in the Coffin Joe trilogy, and it is called Awakening of the Beast. Right here, somewhere. Now I know that doesn't say Awakening of the Beast right there. I believe Coffin Joe is an Argentinian product. I'll have to look that up. By the next review of a Coffin Joe film, I will know. So Awakening of the Beast is a 1968 or maybe 1969. There seems to be some confusion out there in interweb land. When I watched the movie, it said copyright 1968, so I'm going with that. Photocina Films. Films with an E. Filmez. Directed by Jose Mojica Marins. Now, I know I didn't say that right, but I'm a white guy. I can speak a little French, but not so much Spanish. And it also stars Jose Mojica Marins. Yeah, he does it all. He direct, produce, he's Coffin Joe. He'll be known forever as Coffin Joe. I might get a real job. I don't know if I'll be known forever as Murph Woodurf. Okay, let's get to it. Enough screwing around. So, while I wasn't that impressed with the first two outings of the triple header, and I did watch them back to back, mind you, this one changed my mind about Coffin Joe. Seriously. The first hour we spend with a panel of doctors, including a Dr. Mojica. Coincidence? No. Discussing the perils of drugs on society. It was 1968. Drugs were a peril. Each point is illustrated with a video flashback of the said news story, and each flashback is more depraved than the last. Yeah, this is some pretty good stuff for 1968. So, we have a junkie chick pissing in a jar in front of a bunch of hobos Boy, I wish I could make money doing that. I can pee in a jar. We have pot-smoking, panty-sniffing beatniks. No comment. And we have object rape by the Lord. Yeah, really trying to piss off the church down there in Argentina, apparently. We have an upper class housewife watching her daughter fuck the chauffeur while she sniffs coke and strokes her... No, you won't guess. Shetland pony. Yeah, she's stroking her Shetland pony. And then we have a lion cheating kind of a gal crying to her husband's picture while another man feels her up. So sad. Well, at this point, the black and white film with this software, if I can, we'll see what happens. So one of the doctors on the panel decides to take 4 of these individuals and give them LSD. Yeah. He also decides it would be a good idea to take them to see Coffin Joe's last film. This Night I Will Possess Your Corpse, for those of you who don't know. Before injecting them with the LSD. Yes. Injecting LSD. Could have been a thing. Naturally, this sends them on a mind-bending trip. Mind-bending and colorful trip. And the rest of the film is in color. Bright color. But they go on a trip through hell. And who should appear in hell? But Coffin Joe himself. Like he came right out of the picture. Well, as it turns out, this is a marvelous trip for us, the viewer, as well. I'm not lying. It's something to see. From the very risque for the time, drug and orgy sequences, to the sheer craziness of the acid trip. I'm telling you, this is a truly unusual and visually stunning film. What came before was the warm-up. That'd be the other 2 pictures in the trilogy. This, Awakening of the Beast, this begins the Coffin Joe legacy. It's a 5-ring circus on the Late Night Picture Show tonight. 5 rings for Awakening of the Beast. See it if you haven't. And if you like what you saw here, press the like button. If you hate what you saw here, press the thumbs down button. And then tell me how much you hate me in the comments. I always like to see that. This is the Late Night Picture Show with Murph with Durf. Oh, wait. I almost forgot. What about Monkey? What about next week? I presume I'll be here next week. By the way, I got about 50 more pictures to cut up and add to this bucket. Yeah, I'm still watching movies. I've watched some pretty good ones. Some pretty bad ones, too. Like Mysterious Island of Beautiful Women. What's up with that? I'm sure I'll cover it at some point and you'll find out. Let's see what we have here. All right. I don't know if you can read that. Anatomy of a Psycho. Next week on the Late Night Picture Show. This is Murph Woodruff. Hoping you have pleasant dreams. Goodbye, kids. See you next week.